Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, here to Lyman High School. We're a hop skipping away from Mountain View, and we're getting more and more coverage of the Bridger Valley Tournament. This is Cody Olson live to you on 98.3 KADQ, as well as on mylocalradio.com. The girls' game between Lyman and Fremont went a little bit long. It ended in a 62-61 victory for the Lyman Eagles. Congratulations to the Eagles in coming out with the win in the girls' department just recently. We're out here in Lyman getting ready for the game between the Rich Rebels and the Lyman Eagles in the boys department. We thank you for joining us here on the Gary Tusher CPA in Montpelier pregame coaches show. In the pregame show overall, we are excited to be able to cover each of these respective teams. If you want to hear the Lyman broadcast, go ahead, hop, skip, and a pop over to mylocalradio.com where you can hear Colin Holt calling for the Lyman Eagles. He does a fantastic job. He's out here covering the Bridger Valley Tournament as well. We welcome you here at live. Cody Olson, as always, covering the Rich Rebels. And we're covering the Bridger Valley Tournament. This is the last game for the Rich Rebels. I apologize. Every time I turn the microphone on, I tend to get a stuffy nose out of nowhere. As the Bridger Valley Tournament, named after the man, the myth, the legend, the mountain man, set around these parts long time ago. The gyms will be split up covering these games. The last one here for the Rich Rebels in the main gym at Lyman High School. It's great to be out here covering these boys, and they should have a fantastic matchup in the Lyman Eagles. Lyman dropped their game earlier today. They're 0-1 currently right now, as each of these teams wanting to get their win here at the Bridger Valley Tournament. Rich losing to both Big Piney as well as to Kemmer in huge second halves from each of those respective teams. Thank you for joining us on the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. Have your taxes prepared by a professional that understands personal, business, and agricultural taxes. We'll hear from them, and then we're going to go ahead and set the scene immediately right after this, as we'll have a condensed pregame show again as custom here for our tournament coverage. You're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
We welcome you back into the booth, getting ready for the scene set between two of these just traditionally great basketball programs in the Rich Rebels and the Lyman Eagles. Let's go ahead and start with the Rich Rebels. What we saw yesterday was a huge second half from Big Piney, able to just hop, skip, and a jump away from the Rich Rebels, going on a huge run. It was like a 30-10 run. They were able to keep it ahead of them, and they're ending up winning that game 68-51. And then earlier today, the Rich Rebels fall again to the Kemmer Rangers. Kemmer able to squeak out, not really, I mean, like squeak out, I say that, but Kemmer dominated the majority of the game, and they were able to take another win against the Rich Rebels here in tournament play. That was the first win for the Kemmer Rangers. And now on the other side of the ball, we've got Lyman. Lyman comes into this after having lost 68-62 to Reary, Idaho. Head coach Kevin Lewick will have on our pregame coaches show moments away here. It was great to catch up with him. Our interview done by Colin Holt, very own voice of the Valley. As we get ready now for this game, just touching up a little bit more on the Rich Rebels. They tend, in the last two games, the coverage, just the way that I'm reading each of these both games and why they lost is, height was a huge advantage for Kemmer in the last game, and then just a meltdown in terms of a run for the Rich Rebels in the first game against Big Piney. Now, Rich can come back. They can right the ship here with a win against Lyman. We'll see what can happen here. Let's go ahead and take another break. come back for more interviews on the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. We're going to go ahead and hear from J-Bar Excavation, as they were our sponsors today for our scene set, the team, the equipment, and the experience to get the job done. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. Stop in today. Let's go ahead and take one quick break on the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether you're looking for gravel, sand, topsoil, rock, or other materials for your excavation or landscaping project, trust the experienced, knowledgeable team at J-Bar Excavation, specializing in sale and delivery of the materials you need to finish your project. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, Utah has the team, the tools, and the plan to help you create exactly what you're looking for. J-Bar does quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Call J-Bar Excavation today, 435-793-5855.
When you Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. Make sure you keep as much money as possible when it comes to taxes this year. Schedule an appointment with Gary Tusher CPA in Montpelier today. We are broadcasting live now from Lyman High School, where the Rich Rebels will be facing the Lyman Eagles in a moment's time, about 7 minutes from tip-off. But first, let's go ahead and visit with the opposing coach, Kevin Lewick of the Lyman Eagles. He's been the Lyman Eagles head coach for quite a while. And he had a lot to say coming into this Bridger Valley tournament, just kind of his thoughts as to hosting this event. Let's go ahead, take it away, Coach Lewick.
Getting ready for Lyman boys basketball, talking to Coach Kevin Lewick. And first of all, Coach, let's just kind of rewind a little bit. We talked about cross country a few weeks ago. You guys finished the season strong. How fun was that?
It was a lot of fun. We have a great group of kids. We're very young, a little inexperienced, a lot of novice runners who have never run before. So to see their development, during the season and see how emotionally, physically, mentally they became stronger was rewarding.
Man, for basketball, as we kind of transition into winter sports now, it seemed like from the start of last season to the end, you guys made so many improvements. And I'm starting to hear some rumblings that maybe you guys might be a little underrated and pretty good this year as well. How excited are you for that?
Very excited. I think this is the longest team in terms of reach that I've ever coached in over 20 years here in the Valley. We're fairly athletic, we have some depth, and we should be able to play at a pace where it'll make things fun for people to watch.
What do you guys want to do this year?
We want to value the basketball. We want to put pressure on the basketball so that we make teams uncomfortable. We want to play at a pace that other people aren't comfortable playing with, so that we can maybe wear them down in the third and fourth quarters.
Talk a little bit about the demeanor of this team. What's it like being around them in practice as you guys are a week or two in now?
They're a great group of kids. They work hard. Some of them are still banged up from football season, and that's to be expected. So we're just trying to, gently take them into the basketball season without wearing them down. And, just emotionally sometimes it's a wear and tear. And so right now we're just trying to, inch by inch, trying to get better.
Is there anybody who really has made improvements, leaps and bounds over the offseason that we should really keep an eye out for? I
would keep an eye on Braden Bradshaw. It seems like he's grown maybe 3 or 4 inches since last year, and so, you never gauge a guy, you never, judge a guy basically by the width of his shoulders. You judge him by his reach, just like they do in the NBA. And he's about 6'6" now, and he likes to shoot the three, and he loves basketball. And I think he's going to be a blessing to coach.
What needs to happen between now and the start of the season to get you guys ready?
We've got to get organized. We're still trying to play kind of at the same pace. We have a style of play more than just a system of play, and so it's just a matter of, especially early, making sure that at least we're on the same page, especially in out-of-bounds situations.
Coach, you have been coaching basketball in the Bridger Valley for a while now. What makes this team different?
The longest team I've ever coached, in terms of size. we have some young kids coming off the bench. So it might be, last year we had some depth. We have some depth this year, but some of that depth is young. So for the next year or two, we should be very, very good.
What is it going to take to get those younger guys up to speed?
Play so fast that those kids that are playing in front of them have to come out so that those kids get some minutes.
Coach, what are you looking for out of your team in the early season tournament, specifically the Bridger Valley tournament that you're hosting?
It's important for us to just get better. So early on, we're trying to get everyone some minutes. We're trying to, especially with those younger kids, provide them with some maturity in terms of, the pace of the game, the athleticism, just length and reach and all those things that, at the freshman and JV levels are just not used to.
Coach, coming off of a state championship football win, do you see a confidence or an excitement around your team that's a little bit different when that happens?
I do see a confidence, and I do see, that those kids are kind of carrying themselves in a different way. So that's to be expected. There is not, sometimes people are under the assumption that there's a correlation between, another athletic, event like football or cross country to basketball. But basketball is such a skill game that, basketball is basketball. And it's just a matter of whoever's put the most time in the off season.
I know you know all the guys that are on your team well. I'm sure some of them are in your class. How cool is it for you to see them make that run in football?
Absolutely. I mean, they're great kids. You see the amount of time they put in the off season. You come to understand that there is a reward to hard work.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. We've got that tournament. We're going to have some of your games live. And then, of course, throughout the season, we'll have a bunch of your games live on mylocalradio.com as well. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for the time.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
That was head coach Kevin Lewick of the Lyman Eagles. He's coming into many, many years as a head basketball coach. Lyman Eagles feel underrated. They feel that they have a great team. Keep an eye out, as he said, for Braden Bradshaw. Grown a ton over this year. Almost 6'6", is going to shoot the three ball very well. First games are for getting organized for the Lyman Eagles. They are a large-sized team, young but very long. That caused problems for Rich earlier this morning as Kemmer was also very long. Let's go ahead, take a quick break, come back as tip-off is 1 minute away here on mylocalradio.com.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Welcome back. Keys of the game. What did we learn from earlier this morning? Transition defense was definitely improved. Most definitely our My Local Radio keys to the game. Stay out of foul trouble. That one's also huge. Foul trouble let the Kemmer Rangers really extend that lead late in that game. Let's see what the Rich Rebels can do against the Lyman Eagles coming up here. Now into live camera mode as we get ready for this game. 8 minutes to start off in our first quarter. Our tip-off today brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck in all that they do as we're getting ready for the tip-off just in time. Thank you for joining us here on mylocalradio.com as well as on 98.3 KADQ. Tip-off between Riley Carrillo. He's going to get it as that was read well between Bradshaw. Nate Woods on the right side, corner three, no good. And Hayden Weston attempt with the offensive rebound, no good. Here come the Lyman Eagles on offense. They're now in their offensive set. Jumper right at the free throw line there, good. McCoy Smith with his first points of the game. Right off of that jumper, right at the free throw line here. 2 points already for Lyman. And a lead. Here comes Pace right off the front of the rim for three, and that's no good. Defensive rebound, Bradshaw. Bradshaw taking it up the court. He's looking. He's got a backdoor cut there. Here comes an up and under by Lyman. Around the rim and good. Ashton Housekeeper. So 4 quick points for the Lyman Eagles. And a push called. That's going to be on McCoy Smith, his first personal foul. Riley Carrillo kicking it out there to Nate Woods. Back to Carrillo, trying to get the ball as there's a little bit of a pressure coming from the Lyman Eagles about the full court press. Riley Carrillo getting it across. Nate Woods back over to Hayden Weston. Back out to Nate at the very top. Jaden Cornea now setting up into their offense. This is the first real look that we're going to be seeing, setting up something that the Rich Rebels want. 2 quick threes rebounded by the Lyman Eagles is what we saw last time. Weston getting it out from Nate Woods out on the right side. Cornea back with the left hand to the top of the arc. Back over to the right, Nate Woods getting the screen from Weston, kicking it out to Riley Carrillo. Now on the left side, Cornea, right-handed dribble, going to decide for 3. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Fast pace, Lyman Eagles, housekeeper all the way, and he's going to get a blocking call on Hayden Weston, trying to get up and underneath. So first call on Hayden Weston, first personal foul. Housekeeper already with 2 points now is going to go to the free throw line. Housekeeper up and good on the first free throw attempt. 6.5 minutes left in the game here in the first quarter. Second one up and good. So 4 points for Housekeeper. Made good at the charity stripe, and here comes a interception right in the middle, a turnover by the Rich Rebels. Nate Woods able to put his hands in there and deflect it out of bounds to deny the fast break points that were up and coming. Here comes a inbounds pass underneath the basket here, underneath the Rich Rebel basket by Lyman. Back out to Housekeeper, Smith, then out to the left. Here's a 3 on the left side, too long. No good by Fanos. Cornea driving into the lane, little hop skip, and he's going to leave it to the left. No good. Rich not shooting super hot at the beginning of this game. McCoy Smith, another blocking foul called on Cornea as Smith was driving with his left hand into the lane from the top of the arc. Here we go. In comes Lyman, and good hands by Nate Woods saves the bucket that would have been easily scored by Housekeeper, wrapping his way around the block and around a screen. In comes Fanos. Fanos to rebound. Again, the same play, and Bradshaw just rattles out. That one was basically 60% in there. Here comes Pace. Thought about it. Drives in the lane. Going to get pit-pocketed by Housekeeper. Housekeeper across the lane. Tries to lead his man Fanos, and that will go off of his fingertips out of bounds. 6-0 currently here in the first quarter. Cornea getting out of the double team. McCoy Smith called for the block. Rebel basketball and a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound coming up. Fanos has come out. Bradshaw guarding at the top of the key. Riley Carrillo breaking the press. Weston leaves it short, just barely taps the net. Jump ball between Ashton Housekeeper and Nate Woods. Good job to get your hands in there. Call the jump ball. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Inbound to McCoy. Smith taking it there, dribbling with the left hand past Cornea into the lane, kicks it back out. Around the horn, here's Bradshaw cutting into the lane. Floater, no good. Offensive foul called on Bradshaw as Hayden Weston stuck his feet solid right in the lane, took the charge, and a turnover. Time to get points here if you're the Rich Rebels. Nate Woods getting the inbound from Hunter Pace back over to Cornea here. Here comes the full court press. Cornea gets pushed from behind. No call here, and a turnover and a steal. So Lyman back with the ball after stealing right underneath Cornea. They were back from his behind. A little bit of a wolf call coming in. Here's Bradshaw to inbound. Out there to his teammate. That's other Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Bradshaw, and up he goes. A foul coming up here underneath the basket, going up with the right hand. That's Carter Bradshaw. We got 3 Bradshaws out on the court right now. First one no good. This could be Rome Meekum, I believe, who I might have the wrong number for. So Meekum, I believe, makes his first free throws, and now it's 7-0. Ball goes careening out of bounds. Here comes the inbound coming up, and here's Cornea. Cornea working his way up against Smith. Smith out here. And now here's Pace kicking it back out to Buckwheat at the very top of the arc, who thought about the 3. Buckwheat, we want you to pull that. It's a fan favorite. Nate Woods now with the ball. A little bit of a jumper. He's going to get fouled, and Nate is going to pass it off there to Buckwheat. Buckwheat for the first points right there on the right side block, up with the right hand. Justin Adams for 2, and Rich finds itself on the board, driving into the lane. Here is Bradshaw. Floater, that one's good. Coming from the left side into the middle. Riley Carrillo out here to Hunter Pace, back up to the top for Cornea. Back to the left side, Pace looking inside, trying to feed Carrillo. Carrillo, good move. Carrillo goes up, puts it up with the right hand after throwing it up and over the head of the defender who was fronting him. 2 points for Carrillo. Riley Carrillo, 2 points here in the first quarter. Bradshaw, back out to Bradshaw. McCoy Smith, trigger happy, 3 on the short side. That's going to be left short. Here's Cornea with a lane. Cornea gets fouled going up with the right hand on the fast break. He'll go to the line. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up for Jaden Cornea. First one, up and good. 5-9. Here's Cornea's second attempt. That one up and good. 2 for 2 for Jaden Cornea. Here come the Lyman Eagles working their way across the timeline from right to left. Back out here to Bradshaw. Around the horn it goes. Stolen by Jaden Cornea right at the top of the arc. Nate Woods having to keep away. Now going coast to coast. Has to go back to Buckwheat. Out here for 3. Rims out. No good on the 3-point attempt by Hunter Pace. Around the back, McCoy Smith into the lane. Kicking it out there. Buckwheat is going to get pegged for a blocking foul on a drive into the paint and then a kick out. So Buckwheat now with his first foul. Left side. Alex Bradshaw out there to McCoy Smith. Back up to the top on the left side here. That's Fanos driving in for Meekum. Meekum kicking it out there to Smith. Bradshaw. Back out to Bradshaw in there for a teammate that's going to go to the left. Rebound, Nate Woods. Good hands, Nate, as Nate's able to reel that one in away from Meekum. Nate Woods driving up against Fanos. Now back up to the top, Buckwheat. Now out to the right for Nate Woods. Nate looking for the back cut. Hunter Pace at the very top. He'll drive into the lane. Jumper on the right side elbow. He's going to leave that long. No good. Low percentage shooting right now for the Rich Rebels. And Lyman capitalizes on the fast break by Fanos. 11-5. Nate Woods kicking out there to the short corner for Jaden Cornea, able to reel that in. Riley Carrillo back out for Nate. He's got an open 3 on the right side. That's tough. The right iron rebound, Meekum. Alex Bradshaw coming across the lane. Back up to the top. Bradshaw has an open 3. Right off the front of the rim, no good. And that ball will bounce off of Justin Adams underneath his own basket. And Lyman will get an inbound coming up here. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. Back up to the top, a three straight away, really just a little bit too long. An attempt there by McCoy Smith. Nate Woods loses the handles after getting the pass. Back and forth, and a steal by the Rich Rebels. Riley Carrillo now in the lane. He's going to have a little bit of a jumper. That's going to rim out. No good, and here come the Lyman Eagles. Meekum. Meekum, tallest person on the court, I believe. 6'4", around that point. Ball gets lost, and here come the Lyman Eagles. They're on their offensive set. Side of the court, McCoy Smith setting everything up, kicking it out there to the right. Back up to the top. Smith now out to Alex Bradshaw. Meekum working against Buckwheat. Meekum will score on the little bit of a back down there, and 13 points. Back up to the top and around the corner it goes, feeding Buckwheat. They're going to go right back at him. Buckwheat is going to get the foul. Meekum will get the foul. Buckwheat to the line. For Bear Lake Realty free throws, they're down 5. They're down 6-13 right now. First one up and good for Buckwheat. He's got 3 points, the leading scorer currently right now. Carter Hoffman's checked in to relieve Hunter Pace. Second attempt up for Buckwheat. That one's just off the back iron, no good. Rebound Meekum. 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-13 lead for the Lyman Eagles. Meekum wraps that one in. He's going to turn it over, trying to pass to his teammate out on the left. Cornea is going to lose that one. And he's going to get the foul, trying to get it back after a steal by McCoy Smith. Inbound coming up for the Lyman Eagles on their own side of the court. Noah Perry checking in for Cornea. Fanos sending it into Smith to the top of the key. Kicks it out there to the left. Back up to the top. A 2-3 zone implemented by the Rich Rebels. Asking Lyman to shoot the three, and they do. Long rebound. Noah Perry. No good on that three-point attempt. Nate Woods working his way around. 3 seconds left. Riley Carrillo's got to go up with it. No good. Even a second chance opportunity by Buckwheat, not able to put that one away. So 7-13, the end of one quarter. Buckets just not falling. Low percentage shooting right now for Rich. They'll get that shooting percentage up immediately as an adjustment. If those buckets fall, it's going to be a lot easier for them. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. Before we do that, Bear Lake Realty Fan Cam, thank you so much for joining us. And your new home in Bear Lake, just one phone call away. Go ahead, call Gary McKee at 435-946-8888. Thank you so much for joining us on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on 98.3 The Wildlife.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back here as we get ready for the second quarter coming up between the Lyman Eagles and the Rich Rebels. Rich down 7-13. Good shooting by Lyman. And I believe Rich has put up more shots in this quarter than Lyman, but they have not been able to cash in here as we're getting ready for the second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Thank you for joining us here on 98.3. Inbounds coming in, and Hunter Pace back in the game after getting a quick blow on the sidelines. Hoffman and Pace in. Buckwheat also. Buckwheat at the very top of the arc. Kicking out there to Hunter Pace. Right-handed dribble working up against Bradshaw. One-on-one against Bradshaw. Now out here to Noah Perry. Noah trying to get some help here. Gets a screen from Riley Carrillo. A little bit of a feed. Ball goes careening out of bounds as a loose ball foul on Carrillo will be called as he tried to get that ball back. It just kind of bounced off of somebody, and it was rolling around in the paint. Dove at the legs of a Lyman Eagle, and that will be a foul call. His first. Still down 7-13 here. Here comes the Lyman Eagles back out to the top. Bradshaw in the middle feeding Housekeeper, who ducks underneath the arms of Riley Carrillo, puts it up and good. Here come the Rich Rebels. Hoffman at the very top, trying to find somebody, gets it back out to Carrillo in some safe space. Out to the left, surveying the defense. Buckwheat trying to get some room, guarded by Housekeeper. Pulling it out. Pace picks up his dribble, gets it out to Noah Perry. Riley Carrillo is robbed there on the block, and here comes a three on the right side in transition. Another three off an offensive rebound by Lyman, and height is an advantage. Bradshaw, as we talked about, able to get that one, but finally Noah Perry able to get it away, wrestle it away from Bradshaw. Here comes Hunter Pace. They're still down 7-15. Hoffman getting a screen, has to kick it back to Carrillo, who drives in the lane, kicks it out for Pace. Pace for three, good look, too far. Long rebound, fielded by the Lyman Eagles. Coast to coast, and then kicking out to the left. Here's a blocking foul on Noah Perry as he stepped right in front of Fanos. One and one coming up here for the Lyman Eagles. Fanos to the line. First one up and good. First points for Fanos here in the second quarter. Gets his rhythm, bends his knees, puts that one up, and that one's good. 2 points for Fanos. 17 now for the Lyman Eagles. Rich now in a 10-point deficit early in the second quarter. Ball goes careening off of a Lyman Eagle. It will go out of bounds. Here comes an inbound coming up for Rich. Inbound good, and back out to the left for Hunter Pace. Back up to the top, Hayden Weston feeding Noah Perry on the right side. Back to the top for Carrillo, around the horn, back to the left. Hayden Weston trying to get that over the top feed, but that ball will go out of bounds for a turnover. Quick thought about the three, and Bradshaw kicks it out, but Cornea is there to steal it away. Hunter Pace not able to get underneath the ball, and a steal from Bradshaw, who hustled back on defense. A three coming up here from Fanos. Offensive rebound for Housekeeper, who clears up the air ball and puts it up with the left hand and good. Here we go. Hunter Pace driving in the lane. He'll go up with the right hand, and an offensive foul called on Pace as Housekeeper got underneath him, and he'll get the charge. Coming across the line, Smith met with the 2-3 defense of the Rich Rebels. Rather man up and just driving past his man, McCoy, going up with the right hand. That one's good on the layup. 21-7. Cornea barely getting it out of his hands. Carrillo finally back onto the offensive side of the court. Hunter Pace out to Cornea at the top. Meekum for the Lyman Eagles set to come back into the game. Hunter Pace getting the dribble handoff, driving into the lane, up and underneath. He's going to get blocked That foul is on Alex Bradshaw. That will send Hunter Pace to the line. Pace able to, career-wise, a high percentage free throw shooter. Let's see what he can do here. First one up. Just rattled out. Just a little bit short. That hits the back iron and then off the front, and it rattles out of bounds. Out of the basket. No good. Still 21-7. 4:38 left here in the second quarter. Brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Second one off the front of the rim and good. 8 points now for Rich. And the first points of the second quarter. First points for Hunter Pace in the game. Here comes the Lyman Eagles across the timeline. Dribbling past Cornea up with the left hand, and the kick out for Bradshaw for three on the left side. Meekum with the offensive rebound, feeding Bradshaw underneath. That one's good. Bradshaw with points here in the game. Turnover. Ball goes careening out of bounds out in front of Hunter Pace. Here come the Lyman Eagles back on offense. 23-8. McCoy Smith working up against Cornea, kicking out there to the right side, then driving into the lane, back out to the left, feeding Meekum. There's going to get a foul on Hayden Weston as he's called for the reach-in. 1-1 coming up for the Lyman Eagles. Four minutes left here in the second quarter. Meekum off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Hayden Weston. Back out to Nate Woods, who dribbles with the right hand across the court onto the offensive side. Pulls it back out, goes out to the left for Cornea, and a timeout taken by Lex Cornea. An Independent Software Solutions timeout. Let's go ahead, take a quick break here. Come back in just a moment's time on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Proudly serving the people of Randolph and Hiram, Utah since 1997. Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental offers dentistry for patients of all ages. Great care, positive environment, and fair prices. Call for an appointment today.
Welcome back to the second quarter. Our camera has frozen. We'll get that fixed in just a moment's time. As 28-3 is your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. About 3.5 minutes left here in the game. As we're now back on offense, the Rich Rebels around the horn to Cornea. Back up to the top, Nate Woods almost gets his pocket picked there. Back and handed off to Hayden Weston. Back out to the right and back up to the top for Cornea. Cornea just slowing it down a little bit, passing out there to the right for Hunter Pace. Pace up to the top for Carrillo. Hayden Weston with the right hand, working up against Meekum. That ball will go careening out of bounds, a turnover. Here come the Lyman Eagles out of bounds. It will go. As we've lost camera footage for some inexplicable reason. We'll try and get that back to you as soon as humanly possible. Thank you for joining us as that ball has come back and Lyman back in the game and stolen away by the Rich Rebels. About 3 minutes left in the game. Hunter Pace kicking back out to the top for Nate Woods. Setting up the half-court offense. Left-hand dribble around the arc and then to Cornea. Corden to Hayden Weston. Off to Riley Carrillo. Good pass and finally some points. Riley Carrillo getting some points here in the second quarter. 2 points, and now we've hit the double-digit mark. 10-23, 13-point deficit still for the Rich Rebels. 2:20 before halftime. Back up to the top. Fanos, then out there for three. Lyman hits on the short corner on the far side. That's Herdsman. Hunter Pace trying not to get stuck up in the corner. Nate Woods goes high up in the air for the ball. Goes back to Cornea. Cornea sees a lane, goes back in there. He'll get grabbed on the arm, go up with it, and that will be a shooting foul. Pretty easy call as Herdsman just kind of hanging on the arm of Cornea, trying to throw it up with the right hand. Cornea to the line for Bear Lake Realty free throws. First one up and good for Cornea. Your score currently 26-11 here in the second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Second opportunity from the charity stripe coming up for Cornea. This one up and good. 2 points in the corner for Cornea, 12 points here. Overall for the Rich Rebels, here comes Housekeeper trying to drive into the lane. Herdsman goes up with the right-hand floater right above Hayden Weston, and that will bank off the glass and in. Riley Carrillo and Bradshaw going up for the ball. No, check that. That is McCoy Smith, both going up for the ball, and a one-on-one opportunity coming up as Smith fouled Carrillo going for the loose ball. Riley Carrillo for some free points here at the line. That one's good on the first 1-and-1. 1:35 left in the second quarter. Second chance up and good. 14-28 here before halftime. A minute and a half left in the game. Meekum kicking out there to Herdsman on the far side, who's going to do a little jumper right in the paint. Up and good. 30 now for Lyman and 6 points for Herdsman in the very little time that he's been in the game. Nate Woods getting it back out there to Hayden Weston, threw it to a dead spot, and that ball is going to be taken by the Lyman Eagles and another foul called. So there will go, Lyman will go to the line. Landon Heaton to the line. First time we've seen Landon here in the game, and he's going to get some quick chance at points from the charity stripe. 14-30 with about 1 minute left in the game. Heaton dances right on the top of the front of the rim, and that will fall no good on the first attempt. Luckily, double bonus is the case now as Lyman will shoot two. Here's the second attempt. That one good. Just a little bit farther, and that one will roll into the bucket. Nate Woods getting the inbound from Hayden Weston. 31-14. Nate Woods going across the timeline. Almost gets trapped, gets it out to Cornea on the right here. Herdsman running around like a madman on defense. Good defense there from Lyman. Cornea back up to the top trying to slow things down. Hoffman feeding Carrillo, and a foul on Lyman. That's Housekeeper. So it looks like we're just going to be trading a couple free throws back and forth at the end of this first half. As both of these teams almost in the double bonus. This is just the 1-and-1 still for Rich. Here comes the first one for Riley Carrillo. That one up and good. Carrillo with 5 points here in the second quarter. Leading scorer right now with 7. Second one up and good. 6 points now make that. 16-31. Stuck in the backcourt, Housekeeper working it into Meekum right at the half-court line, and a travel violation called on Meekum as he jumped up into the air trying to get that ball out of his hands, came back down with it in his hands. That's an up and down and a travel. 35 seconds left here in the second half, in the second quarter, right before halftime. Cornea kicking out there to Nate Woods. If the 3 ball would fall for the Rich Rebels at all, it would be very beneficial. And a scoop up and a no good on the little floater on the right side. Cornea trying to guard Housekeeper. Housekeeper in the lane. Meekum getting the foul. Almost had an and one opportunity. Just got caught in bad position there. Hayden Weston again in foul trouble. That's his third. Rio Meekum. First one long off the back iron, comes right back to him. Second one, that one's too long as well. Rebound, Weston. They've got 10 seconds to get it across the line. They're just told to slow it down. ISO ball coming up. Here's a double screen for Cornea. He's got 4 seconds, driving into the lane. Hoffman feeding to Weston, going up with the right hand, no good. Hayden Weston with good theatrics. I would give him an Oscar as he went up with the right hand and thought he got fouled, went down to the floor, and that will be your halftime score. That will be Rich 16, Lyman 31. Thank you for joining us here on 98.3 The Wildlife. We'll go ahead, come back after a few messages from our sponsors and come back for halftime, some more stats. Thanks for joining us here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back here to the halftime show as the Rich Rebels are down 16-31. We'll hear a little bit as the statistics come back to this in just a moment's time. Thank you for joining us out here for the Bridger Valley Tournament at Lyman High School. Halftime score, Lyman 31, Rich 16. We'll be back after these few short messages here on a presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on the Q.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome back to the Crawford Trough halftime show. The place to eat and drink. I would kill for one of their burgers right now. I really would. So good, and I am starving. We've got about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to the start of the third quarter. Our statistics here for the Rich Rebels: 7 points for Riley Carrillo, a few rebounds. 1 point for Hunter Pace. 5 points for Jaden Cornea, and 3 for Justin Buckwheat Adams. Hayden Weston currently with 3 fouls right now. That we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that will be affecting the game as it continues on into the second quarter. Rich finding itself in a 15-point deficit currently at the moment. They got to dig themselves out of it, double their points basically to get back in the lead. As for the Lyman Eagles, huge contributions from everybody getting in on it. Housekeeper and Herdsman really have come in and just been running the floor. Huge on defense and sprinting on their offense. A huge time for each of those respective players. Housekeeper with 8. Herdsman with 7. Alex Bradshaw with 2. Braden Bradshaw for 2. Fanos with 4. And McCoy Smith with 4. This Lyman team, incredibly talented, has a lot of athletes on it, and they're taking it right now to the next level in terms of wanting to get their first win. We'll see what happens as we get ready for the next little quarter of play coming up here. Should be super fun as we get set. We'll go ahead, hear a couple more of our sponsors as we get ready for the second half coming up right after this.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom body work when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome back to the start of the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. That concludes our halftime show, brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. Juicy burgers, thick shakes, and other delicious menu selections. Enjoy a meal at the Crawford Trough today, the place to eat and drink. Our station on main scoreboard reading right now, 31. Advantage Lyman to the 16 of the Rich Rebels. Bear Lake Realty Fan Cam, your new home in Bear Lake, one phone call away, 435-946-8888. It is a hot commodity to get real estate going in Bear Lake, and Bear Lake Realty will definitely help you out if you want to get in on that. Call Gary or Amber McKee at 435-946-8888. Back to the action here as we're into the third quarter. This is coming to the end of the halftime show, 10 seconds left as we tick it off. Lyman, really, if they're able to keep doing what they're doing, they're not a whole lot going wrong for Lyman right now. The biggest thing for the Rich Rebels, shot selection. It just seems like a lot of stuff is being forced right now. If they're able to calm down a little bit, get a little bit better look, I think that shot percentage, that shooting percentage, both from 2 and from 3-point land, are going to go up quite a little bit. Free throws have been just fine. They're shooting about 75% from the free throw line. A lot of their points coming from free throws in the first half. Let's see what Rich can do to really combat the deficit that they're in right now, that they've put on themselves here in the first quarter. Fully capable of coming back against this Lyman team. It should be fun. Back into the action now for the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Inbound for Lyman. Here comes McCoy Smith. Back out for Bradshaw, and a huge three on the left side. That's going to be left short. Right over the top, Riley Carrillo just going to be jumped over by Bradshaw. Bradshaw, and the ball is going way up in the air and fighting for it. That's just gritty basketball. That ball will go careening out the back line, and the ball will stay with Lyman. Back out to Smith on the right side. He'll dribble up to the top on the right side wing. Back to the left. Here's a shot for three on the short corner. That's good by Fanos. 34-16 for the Lyman Eagles. They're raking it on. Euro step coming up, and an offensive foul coming up as Housekeeper kept his ground as Riley Carrillo just kind of bullied into him, trying the Euro step right there. Riley Carrillo with his second personal foul. McCoy Smith calling for Bradshaw. Instead goes to Housekeeper in the middle, kicking out there to the left. Another three on the short corner. That one rattles home. Alex Bradshaw. Three-pointer for Bradshaw. 37-16. Trying to get across the half-court line. Nate Woods getting around Fanos and then driving into the lane. Cornea, that one's good. A little bit of a floater. He was practicing that exact shot during halftime. Cornea with the first points for Rich here in the second half. Here is Housekeeper. And a blocking call on Hayden Weston. It seemed as though I thought he had been there for quite a while, thought he had established position, but our official here on the near side said no, blocking foul. And his fourth coming up. We're going to get a little bit of a talking from each officials here at the top of the court, and they'll come in with buckwheat. Weston's going to have to come out with 4 fouls. Buckwheat's going to have to get some more playing time here tonight. 6:41 left here in the third quarter. Epic Recreation, another 3 from Bradshaw. Rattles home. The short corners making it rain for Lyman. 6 points for Bradshaw and a turnover really quickly. And a ball back to Lyman. Backing around and a little hop skip around the horn it goes, and Bradshaw will go up, get some more points. That's Braden Bradshaw. And a timeout. 42-18 and quick points by the Lyman Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Here we go, back into the action. A back cut from Riley Carrillo and a feed from Hunter Pace. Good quick points as Rich trying to stop the bleeding here. As part of our third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation, 20-42, a 22-point lead right now, and a turnover by Lyman. Let's go, says Coach Cornea, and Nate Woods going up with the right hand and a foul called on Braden Bradshaw. Shooting 2 shots, Nathan Woods. You know, I had a conversation with Nate Woods earlier on in my illustrious career. Just kidding. Getting ready for homecoming a couple months ago. The kid is an absolute stud. Super fun to talk to. A fun interview, and he brings a lot of life and humor to the basketball team and to his school. His first free throw attempt is up and good. Nate Woods getting his first points here. Make that 2 for 2. Good work from Nate, and now a 20-point lead for the Lyman Eagles. Smith back and forth with Bradshaw, breaking the press here. Cornea trying to stop him from getting across. He's going to go into the lane right at Hunter Pace. Ball careened off, and Nate Woods gets run over trying to get that loose ball right at the top of the arc. That foul on Fanos, just going for the loose ball, and a quick Crawford Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound for Cornea at the top of the key, kicking it out to the left for Pace. Gets the screen from Riley Carrillo, and he goes up with it. He's going to get stripped right at the free throw line. Here comes Fanos. Back up to the top for Bradshaw, going into the lane. This is McCoy. And a foul. Good hard foul by Buckwheat, who hung on the arm of McCoy. He'll go to the line shooting 2. Smith, first attempt. Back iron, high and no good. 0 for 1. Second shot, this one up, and this one is good. So 1 for 2 for Smith here in the third quarter. 43-22. Jaden Cornea back up to the top for Pace. Back to Nate Woods, who goes right on the Lyman Eagle. Crossover back to the left. Pace, Woods, Carrillo cutting into the lane. He's going to get blocked by Bradshaw. Huge block by Bradshaw. Nate Woods able to strip the ball in a 2-on-1 fast break. And another offensive foul on Riley Carrillo. Lyman just stepping right in front of him, establishing position, and Riley just goes up strong every time. He's a very physical basketball player. Riley now with 3 fouls. He'll have to come out. About 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Here comes the Lyman Eagles after the offensive foul. Smith being forced with his left hand by Cornea, going up with the right. Offensive foul. And a blocking foul. One referee overruled the other. It seemed that initially it was going to be a charge, but Hunter Pace will get called with the blocking foul. Capitalized on, that's 4 points for Smith here. Pace working it hard. Cornea into the lane and another foul. We're getting fouls galore everywhere we go. Either side of the court. Everybody's trying to get their hands in there, smacking everybody on the arms. It's taking a hot minute to get through the third quarter. Another foul, and here comes Cornea to the line. Cornea up and good on that free throw attempt. Cornea, second attempt, rattles out, no good. Off the front, then the back. McCoy Smith hurrying with the ball. It's 46-23 right now. Another foul on the arm as Smith drove into the lane. That's on Buckwheat. Buckwheat with 3 now. First one around the rim and falls for Smith. That's 5 points here in the third quarter. Seems like every time either team drives into the lane, someone's hanging on their arm for a foul. 2 for 2, 6 points now. 48-23. Nate Woods at the top of the arc. Kicking out to the right. Pace takes a 3. That one's good. Finally found his rhythm. Good form. Hunter Pace now with 3 in the quarter. Brings the Rebels up a little bit to 26. Turnover. Pace, 2-on-3 fast break. Goes up with the right hand, leaves it too long. Housekeeper with the rebound. He's got a one-on-one opportunity with Buckwheat. Blocking foul. Good thought. Buckwheat tried to set his feet right in front of Housekeeper, but instead he'll get a blocking foul. That's 4 for Buckwheat. Ashton Housekeeper to the line. That one rolls out. No good. About 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Second one up. That one's good. Bottom of the net. That's Housekeeper's first points here. 49-26. Here comes the Rich Rebels. That ball will go out of bounds, bouncing off of a Lyman Eagle. Right in front of the Rich Rebel bench. Cornea kicks it right back up to the top. Hunter Pace right back to him. Cornea working up against Housekeeper. Back to the right. Looking inside. Perry had an initially open 3. Pace taking the 3 ball. Right back in the same spot that he did. That one's good. 6 points for Pace. 29-49. Back to a 20-point game. Housekeeper across the court. Back up to the top. Smith. Housekeeper. Right side 3. That one's good. Housekeeper answers. 4 points for Housekeeper. 52-29. Pace with the back screen. Goes back to it. Buckwheat for 3. Almost off the backboard. No good. Rebound Lyman. McCoy Smith for 3 on the right side. That one's long. Rebound. Cornea. 2-on-2 fast break into the lane. And a blocking foul will be called on Bradshaw. He'll go to the line. Cornea will. That ball left short. That hit the very front of the rim, but he'll get 2 shots. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up for Cornea. First one. That one did back and forth in the rim. Almost went down, but instead pops right back out. 0 for 1. Cornea, second one long. 0 for 2, not something that we see from Cornea very often. Still 29-52. Here's Smith working up against Cornea. Kicking out to Housekeeper for 3. They like that right side, and that rebound going out of bounds. I thought initially, from my view, granted I'm way up in the stands, I thought that ball went off of Meekum and out of bounds instead. It will stay with the Lyman Eagles on the right side of the basket. Inbounds coming in, and a quick 3 thought about. Here's Bradshaw in the short corner, driving baseline, up and under with the right hand. Offensive foul. Hayden Weston got rocked on that one. Injury timeout. We'll go ahead, take a quick moment to get a breather. Hope Hayden Weston is okay. I think that he probably just got the wind knocked out of him, hopefully. We'll come back to you right after these few messages on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Welcome back. Is Hayden Weston able to walk under his own power off the sideline? He's in a lot of pain holding his shoulder. We'll keep him in our mind. Hopefully he'll be okay. I think he's going to be all right just from the judging of it right up here. But nonetheless, back into the live camera and coverage here. Rich down 29-52 after the offensive foul called. Hayden Weston being attended to on the sidelines. Grabbing his shoulder. Here comes the inbound for Rich. Pace to Cornea, who will mosey his way off onto the other side of the court here. Left side, Nate Woods around the horn, and he'll kick it right back out. Needs to be bailed out. Hunter Pace lost the ball. Housekeeper driving into the lane, left-handed layup. That one's up and good. Good work from Housekeeper. Very strong basketball as he took it right to Hunter Pace. Went up strong. They get the shooting foul and one coming up after this. 6 points for Housekeeper. Huge third quarter for Lyman. Rebounded by Bradshaw. Back out to Housekeeper, up to the top to Smith. Trying to get back into their defense, kind of rotating around. Here's a back and forth in Lyman, back to the left side. Here's a 3 from Bradshaw. Good on the left side wing. Braden Bradshaw, 5 points in the quarter as well. Cornea in trouble on the right side wing, gets it to the short corner for Pace, who drives the baseline, gets caught up in it, tries to give it to Buckwheat. Buckwheat not able to keep that one. Long throw down the line and touching the baseline, out of bounds, and a turnover for Lyman. Carter Bradshaw into the game, and as well as Landon Heaton. Cornea at the top of the arc, left-hand dribble handoff here to Hoffman around the horn. 3 ball from Pace, just no good as that ball almost out of bounds, kept alive. Here come the Lyman Eagles. Across the timeline they go, dribbling off the foot. Ball almost out of bounds, touching the line as good hustle, but they were going to be touching the ball and the out of bounds at the same time. Lyman will retain possession right in front of their own bench. Comes Lyman inbound to Meekum. Buckwheat, good defense, Buck. As he stands tall, Meekum throws it a little bit short. Hunter Pace in the lane. Kicks it out to Buckwheat. Feed the man. He goes up with the right hand, up and one and good. Buckwheat, you earned that one. Good for Buck. He goes up with the and one, and the three-point play coming up. 31-57, three-point play. Rattled home. Good job, Buckwheat. As he went up with the and one. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back around the horn. This is... Ball goes way on the other side of the court. It was rolling off, and a blocking call, 1-and-1. Carter Bradshaw to the line. Carter Bradshaw up, rolls out, offensive rebound, Lyman. Kicking it out to Housekeeper, dribbles with the left hand around the horn. Carter Bradshaw, short corner three, no good. That will bounce off a Lyman Eagle, go out of bounds into the cheerleaders located on the right side of the gym. .32-57 inbounds coming in for Cornea. Across the Lyman Eagle to the left. Hoffman out on the right side wing, gets it out to Noah Perry, fakes the three, good pump fake, back to Cornea. Driving in the lane, a little bit of a floater, long, no good, rebound, Lyman. Lyman breaking the press, going immediately into the paint. Here comes a Bradshaw three from the short corner, off the back iron, no good, long rebound. Another three for Lyman, no good. And that will end the third quarter, 32-57. We'll bring you back to the fourth quarter for some more action immediately after this quick break on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Back into the fourth quarter. Here comes the Rich Rebels on the left side here. Jumper from Hunter Pace, up and good on the quick inbounds. First points of the fourth quarter. 34-57, driving in the lane, right past the Rebel defense. Left-handed layup by Bradshaw. Hold call on the Lyman Eagles. It's on number 5. And then the 1-and-1 already at the very beginning of the fourth quarter. Alex Bradshaw sends Cornea to the line. Cornea up and good on the first one. Herdsman coming in for Bradshaw. Hayden Weston being helped off the court with some ice on his shoulder. Second one up and good for Cornea. 2 for 2. 36-57. 21-point game. Lyman up. Blocking foul at the top of the arc on Cornea. 1-1 coming up for Lyman. To the line, McCoy Smith. First one no good. Second one, this one up and good. Off of the back iron and rattles in. Here comes Cornea immediately feeding Riley Creel on the right side block. Inside out pass for Hoffman. Hoffman! Good for 3 on the right side wing. Kick out on the right side, Housekeeper driving into the lane up with the right hand. That one's up and another foul coming up. Timeout called. We'll go ahead and take a timeout here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball on mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Coming back to fourth quarter action here. Our fourth quarter brought to you today by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. Our station on main scoreboard reading 39-60. Housekeeper up here with the free throw attempts. He's going to knock down the first one. Second one up and good for Housekeeper. 2 for 2. Here comes Cornea out there to Hoffman on the right side. Back over to Cornea. Driving into the lane. A little bit of a jumper blocked by Bradshaw right in the middle of the paint, right in front of the rim. Outlet here to McCoy Smith. Right hand dribble out to Housekeeper. Housekeeper finds a lane, kicks it way out there to Herdsman. Herdsman for 3. That one no good. That's going to bounce off of 2 Rebels. Going to be fielded there and picked up by Hoffman. Hunter Pace on the other end of the floor, feeding Noah Perry. Good find from the short corner on the far side for a little bit of a layup right up in there. (41-62). Bradshaw driving with his left hand, a little bit of a scooping up. That one's good. Now on offense, the Rich Rebels looking in for Riley Carrillo. Hoffman on an island on the left side, gets it up to the top for Pace. Pace, right hand dribble. Hand off there to Cornea. Cornea back to Pace on the right side. Back up to the top. Carrillo thought about the 3, decides to eat it, drives into the lane. Kicks it out there for Perry. Perry, left hand dribble, back up to the top for Pace. Setting back up again, over to Cornea. Left side, Pace. Screen by Carrillo. Into the lane, floater. Back iron, long rebound, Lyman. Smith. Short corner, driving. This is Foy. Jumped on the line there as Rebels got bailed out as the Herdsman got the assist and buried it. Another timeout. We'll go ahead and take another quick one here. We'll be right back after these few messages on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball. They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. Welcome back immediately. That was a quick little blip. Special thanks to mylocalradio.com for letting us come out here and cover your favorite sports teams. The Rich Rebels currently right now trailing by 23 to the Lyman Eagles here in the fourth quarter. 41-64. About 5 minutes left. Our scoreboard camera blocked just a little bit there by some hanging dividers from the rafters. Just rolled up not far enough as we are at 5:01 left in the game. Here comes an inbound for Lyman underneath the basket. Herdsman getting it in, back over to Housekeeper at the very top of the key. Left-hand dribble, crossover, kick out. Shot, three, long rebound, no good. Nate Woods now with his own crossover, handing off to Hunter Pace on the left side. Driving into the lane, back out to Riley Carrillo. Carrillo back out to Pace. Thought about the three on the right side wing, instead drives. That one rolled out. That could have been a chance for a three-point play. Foul on the arm coming up, and Hunter Pace will go to the line. First shot for Pace. Cashes. That one's good. Roe Meekum and Carter Bradshaw checking in for the Lyman Eagles. Second attempt coming up for Pace. That one's good. 2 for 2 for Hunter Pace. 43-64. Kick out there on the left side, dribble in Herdsman, back out to the right across the paint. Inside driving. Meekum up and around, reverse layup with the right hand, good. Here come the Rich Rebels on offense. Left side, Pace goes into the lane. Floater right in front of the free throw line. That one's good. Across the line, Buckwheat set to check in the next dead ball. Meekum coming up. Foul on Hunter Pace as he rose above and got ball and also arm on the little layup attempt from Meekum. 3:53 left here in the ball game here. Meekum puts that one up and good. Buck Adams back into the game. He's got 4 fouls. Let's see if he can keep in the game a little bit longer than last time. A rebound. Riley Carrillo off the missed free throw attempt on the second shot. Pace driving into the lane, gives it to Nate Woods, who drives with his right hand, pulls it back out on the right side. Back up to the top, reset. Left side. Back up here, Buck driving into the lane with the right hand. That one's going to be left short. Ball kept in bounds. Here come the Lyman Eagles. A 1-on-3, just one Lyman Eagle. It's an offensive foul, lowering the shoulder. That's a pretty easy call there, as Lyman drove into the lane and ran over Hunter Pace. Perhaps if he didn't lower his shoulder and get very low on that one, then it could have been a little bit of more harder call for the referee, but instead offensive foul on the Lyman Eagles. Nate Woods kicking out there to the right side. Up to the top 3 by Noah Perry, no good. Rebound, Herdsman. 3 minutes left in the game, long 3. Good by McCoy Smith on the left side wing. 70 burger for the Lyman Eagles. 70-45. Long shot by Hunter Pace on the left side, no good. Rebound, Bradshaw, who goes coast to coast, almost dunked the basketball. Pace feeding Perry on the left side block, goes up with the right hand, leaves it short. That ball bounces high up in the air, corralled by Herdsman. Now across the line, Meekum. Jump ball, good hand-eye coordination by Buckwheat to get right up in there. That was a DB play, if anything. Max Perry checking in. Coming in for Hunter Pace. So we got Max Perry and a timeout. Let's go ahead, take another quick timeout here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. 98.3, The Wildlife.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
We welcome you back to the close to the end of the fourth quarter for the conclusion of this game. Lyman up 70-45 against the Rich Rebels. Just buckets on buckets for Lyman. They couldn't miss throwing it into the ocean, really, and they're going to get the inbounds underneath Rich's basket here. Throws it up for Meekum on the left side. Meekum feeding in for a Lyman Eagle. Buckwheat grabbing that deflection. Here come Lyman. Here come the Rich Rebels. I apologize. Hoffman with the ball, working up against Lyman at the top of the arc. Max Perry, good move. Just not able to cash in on that one as he went up and under with the right hand. No good. Under 2 minutes now left in the game. Heaton passing out there to the right side. Heaton thinks about the three, drives with the left hand from the right side. Back up to the top. Herdsman, right hand scoop. Foul called on the Rich Rebels. Up and good on the first one for Herdsman. Herdsman only scored in the second quarter, and now he's scoring here in the fourth. 1 for 2, rebound Hoffman. Cornea tells his boys to push. Here they go. Hoffman at the top of the arc. It's going to be intercepted, stolen by the Lyman Eagles. Right hand to layup, up and good. By Bradshaw, Carter Bradshaw. Max Perry working into Buck. Buck goes up with the right hand. Rebound. Rich tied up again, and a foul on the shot. Logan Clough to the line. Back iron, front iron, backboard it in. Doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it does. Logan Clough with the first points here. Second one up and good for Logan. 2 for 2. 47-73. Herdsman, good block. And that ball will be blocked by Rich and will go out of bounds. Lyman with the inbounds underneath the basket. 1 minute remaining left in the ball game. And one opportunity coming up here for the Lyman Eagles. Another foul on Buckwheat. That should be his 5th.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 11, Gage Nielsen.
Perhaps I gave one too many fouls to Buckwheat. He might have 4. Nielsen puts it up and good for the 3-point play. Max Perry getting out to Noah Perry. Now Hoffman on the left side, dribbling in. Hold on the Lyman Eagles.
Lyman shooting the double bonus from number 23, Carter Hoffman.
Carter Hoffman shooting Bear Lake Realty free throws. First one, good.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 30, Colin Schultz.
Hoffman with 4 points in this quarter. Make that 5. (49-76). Mishandling that ball. Lyman will give it away. Max Perry coming in with the rebound. Or with the inbound, apologies. Hoffman with the ball. 36 seconds left in the game. Back out to the right. That's Clough feeding Buckwheat. Buckwheat goes up with the right hand. No good. Rebound. No good. An offensive rebound again for Hoffman. That time it's up and good. 7 points for Hoffman here in the fourth quarter. Stolen away by Rich. Here comes Hoffman into the lane. Hoffman will get pegged with the offensive foul. Driving into the lane, a charge will be called. Rich has broken the 50-point mark, 51-76. That's your final, 76-51. Lyman taking this one against the Rich Rebels. We'll come back for our abbreviated post-game coverage on 98.3 The Wildlife on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome back to the post-game coverage here. This is our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Rich falling to Lyman 51-76. Lyman got out to a substantial lead early in the first quarter, never looked back as they scored, let's see here, 6, 9, 13. It was 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. And Lyman never looked back. Second quarter, 16-31, just kind of added in increments here. Third quarter, 32-57. And then finally in the fourth quarter in our final 51-76, consistent play by the Rich Rebel point guard, Jaden Cornea. He's going to get our Town of Garden City player of the game. Thank you for joining us here on our post-game coverage, brought to you by MyLocalRadio.com. Dr. McKay Frankham providing precision family dentistry in on the precision play of the game. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8910. I'll do it to the plethora of threes that happened in the second quarter by Hunter Pace. Finally found his stroke, able to put it up and in, and he put away quite a few points in the second half. He ended up scoring 12 points in total. That is the most points out of almost anybody on the team on the floor. Good work by Hunter Pace. Finally found his stroke and able to get it up in there. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel basketball on 98.3 The Wildlife. Our Town of Garden City player of the game will go to Jaden Cornea. He was consistent throughout, getting, getting 2 points in the first, 3 points in the second, 3 points in the third, 2 points in the fourth. And being able to distribute the basketball in such a timely manner was huge for Jaden. He was pretty big from the free throw line. Had one time where he went 0 for 2 on there. But player of the game goes to Jaden Cornea. Your final score, 51-76 here on the Station on Main scoreboard out here in Lyman High School. Thank you for joining us again. Cody Olson, as always, covering the Rich Rebels and all that they do. As we are going to wrap up the Bridger Valley tournament. Rich will go 0-3 in the Bridger Valley tournament. Lots of things to work on. It is the preseason. No need to panic. We'll touch up with Coach Cornea afterwards next week on our coaches show. Talk a little bit about where they can go and where they can move forward. We talked about learning from wins and learning from losses, and guess what? There's a lot to be learned here from this Bridger Valley tournament. Cody Olson here live from Lyman High School at the Bridger Valley tournament. Thank you for joining us. As always, stay safe and go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time.